For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone here in El Paso, Texas, where ACU in the first round of the WNIT falls to UTEP 66-62 with Coach Julie Goodenough. Coach, it was a tremendous game that could have gone either way, couldn't it?
Yeah, just a great, hard-fought battle. I can't say enough about our kids, just the toughness and the resiliency they showed. We were outmatched on the perimeter athletically. Inside, we had to play against really big players. We haven't seen anything like that this year. I would say this is the best team that we have played this season. It's the best team we've played. Tremendous effort by our players, and just to hold it all together and show poise through a pretty hostile atmosphere. This is incredible what they're able to do here at UTEP. Just a great fan support, and they had a tremendous pep band, great music, and just great atmosphere for women's basketball team. It was awesome. It was just a great game to be a part of. I think it really could have gone either way. We forced a couple of things late in the game, had some turnovers, resulted in them shooting some free throws, but just really proud of the way our kids handled themselves today.
Couldn't agree more. And, Coach, a game you never led. You get a couple of calls that could go either way, go against you early fourth quarter. There were some that went your way, certainly, in the game. But you get down, 8 points, and you go on a 9-0 run. Eventually, that became an 11-0 run. And to do it in this environment, and Susie Dimba throwing her body all over the court, what else can you say?
Well, our kids they have shown resilience, just all year. Susie and Lizzie talk about perseverance a lot. Hey, we've got to persevere through adversity and overcome, bad calls and missed shots and things like that. And I would think Susie was a tremendous example of persevering through some pretty tough situations tonight. She just did a great job, and we really challenged her at halftime. I think she only had 3 points at halftime, and man, she responded really well and really drove the ball hard to the basket. And it's really hard to keep her from doing that when she sets her mind to it. And she stepped up, made some big free throws for us, and she had a double-double, but she didn't pick up some of the rebounds that other teammates got, but it was her credit. She did a tremendous job blocking out on the weak side and kept her girl from getting offensive rebounds. So she put together a heck of second half. That second 20 minutes we played, Susie was just in beast mode.
She had a Demba double in the second half alone, 14 points and 11 rebounds, 17 and 15 for the game, her 8th of the year. Coach, you wrap up your 4th season at ACU, first postseason trip. It's the final game for Whitney Swinford and Paris Webb. I know you've talked a lot about them, but just a final word about the effort they displayed tonight, again, in hostile territory.
Well, I think more than anyone, those two kids were pretty disappointed in the way the season ended last year. We had an opportunity to go to the WBI last year, and we just laid an egg in our last road game. And they remembered that, and they just remembered the attitudes were not right about, let's go to postseason play. And those two kids have really done a great job keeping our locker room positive, keeping our players focused. Our 2 seniors, along with our 4 juniors, have really been great coaches in the locker room. We set a pretty lofty goal to play in the WNIT, and we set that last June, and they have continued keeping that in front of their teammates. They won't let their teammates slack off at all. They've held them accountable because they wanted this to be a special season and knew that we fell short of our goal last year. But Whitney and Paris, they've done a tremendous job, and they both had some heartfelt comments in the locker room to their teammates, just challenging them to not drop off, but keep pushing themselves just to be the best team and the best individuals they could possibly be.
You say goodbye to 2 seniors. You say hello to at least 4 freshmen next year, one of whom was here tonight, Pam Herrera from El Paso. There's a lot of excitement with this program moving forward, and tonight, doesn't it only fuel that appetite?
Yeah, this is just such an incredible experience for us to play in the WNIT. The 64-team field is incredible. We had Coach Fallon and I both had coaching friends around the country texting us saying, hey, we'll see you in the semifinals. Hey, we'll see you in the finals, and from big-time programs. And so just to be included in such a powerful field of teams is a huge step for our program, and hopefully now a new standard for us. This is what we want to experience every year going to a national tournament.
ACU finishes an unforgettable year, 26-4. It took the best team not in the NCAA women's tournament to hand ACU just its 2nd loss since December 2nd of last year. For Coach Julie Goodenough, I'm Grant Boone for ACUsports.com.